want to bring in my good friend right now, Dr. Joe Congini from Akron Children's Hospital. Joe, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Ray, I'm doing okay. How are you doing today?
It sounds like you're doing dishes there in the kitchen.
You gotta resort to starting to work somehow, right? So
Yeah.
I'll take about any job right now. But no, medicine is moving towards maybe normalizing a little bit. I'm excited that my schedule's growing for next week. We can start to see non-emergent patients again and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully the medical world is going to get moving.
What do you have for us today then, Joe?
Well, Ray, one of the things, I know it sounds so simple, but we haven't talked about it yet, and I hope it isn't overly simple for your audience, which is one of the best audiences around. But what's the best protection of ourselves from medical complications of COVID-19? I know everybody knows of everybody. So we're blue in the face about social distancing and masking. Very important. I don't want to minimize that, of not getting it at all. But one of the things that's definitely been proven is if people do get the virus, what really protects them the most. And there's a list of things that I made up, and I know they sound a little bit simple. Number one at the top of the list, and how could I not have mentioned this in the last few weeks, it's what we do, is regular exercise. There's no doubt that there's several studies. I have 3 or 4 sitting in front of me on the table right now that show that with regular exercise is one of the best things that you can do. Aerobically, means walking and jogging and other, but even if you're doing some stretching and some light strengthening work. So it's been a little bit more difficult with the stay-at-home orders and the gyms closed. But I've been heartened to see a lot of people, a lot of families out walking, getting outside. The weather's been a challenge in the last few weeks with ups and downs. But even if you have to bundle up and get outside, no question, continuing to exercise is at the top of the list. The opposite is do not stay glued to a couch or a chair. The stay-at-home did not mean find your favorite chair or couch and sit down. So definitely regular exercise and staying in good shape, number one, is really important.
Joe, a healthy body is a happy body, right? And you don't want to lay around to fight off a virus.
That's for sure. There's really good study to show, and I know that sounds simple. And, hey, gosh, get in with me today about the antivirals and what's the latest on the anti-inflammatories. No, number one is keeping yourself in good shape. A second one is, as I mentioned, a lot of the medical world is opening up a little bit, and I strongly recommend making an appointment for a regular checkup with your doc. If you haven't been in to see your primary care doc, this is really an ideal time to get in. There's really good evidence, again, about blood pressure that's out of control being one of the worst ways to go into fighting the COVID-19. Diabetes out of control is really a problem. And, so general health overall, really, really important. Good time to be in with your doctor. All these issues that people are asking about what vitamin should I take and all the issues is vitamin C and zinc and other. Great time to have that conversation with your primary doctor. So I strongly recommend people listening to this today, get off the line. It may not be this week or next week because everybody's got a backlog now. In the next couple of weeks and get in and see your private doctor. Number 3, Ray, is one that a lot of people I've been hearing a lot of talk about too is what about alcohol? The use of alcohol, and a lot of people have said, hey, gosh, I heard that using alcohol actually is better for and kills the coronavirus and all kinds of things that people, I guess, left to your own devices. But the point of the matter is it's like it is at any other time of year. Alcohol very much in moderation. And because of the stay-at-home order, I hear of a lot more people with, daily 4 o'clock partying or Zoom happy hours, or I've heard about a lot of different things. And not the greatest idea is to be really increasing significantly your alcohol intake. This is really a time to look very closely at moderation when it comes to alcohol. A big one, Ray, and this has been studied as one of the major risk factors, is maintaining your weight. And I know it's really hard because of the stay-at-home order, because it's hard to get out. It goes along hand in hand with number one. But people whose weight is not in good control are really at risk for the complications if and when you do get the virus. And so that goes along with that visit with your doc to see, hey, where's my weight from where it normally is? What's some of the game plan we can do to get my weight under control? And along with weight is sleep. And we've had the opportunity here with sleep. So no question, sleep is a part of it as well. And what goes hand in hand with all these things is there is a lot of fear and anxiety out there. And so if the fear and anxiety that you're experiencing is something that you need any help with at all, or is getting to be out of control of where it could be and harmful to you, this is where your primary doctor could be important. So that visit with the primary doctor is really important. And finally, I'd say the last thing is I came across a lot in my reading about that this week is people are really buying a lot of vitamins and hanging their hat on a lot of different vitamins. And we don't know for sure. There's talk out there, and there's people that have anecdotal articles that talk about vitamin D or zinc or probiotics or other vitamins. And we're concerned that a lot of people are taking mega doses of vitamins, which is clearly not safe. And so definitely, again, a really good time to have that conversation, make an appointment for a yearly visit with your doctor, cover all those things that I talked about fear, anxiety, weight check, blood pressure check, vitamins, things like that. And definitely, number one at the top of the list, how could I skip this in the field of sports medicine I'm in? More than ever, regular exercise. If you're a 10,000 step a day guy, up it to 12 over this period of time. If you're a 12, shoot for 14. Get out there. There's no reason why we shouldn't be getting out there more. And that's really the linchpin to a lot of these other issues that I talked about today.
Great stuff this morning, Joe. Thanks for the investigative work and joining us again. We'll catch up with you next week.
Okay, Ray. Have a great week. Thanks.
You too, my friend. Dr. Joe Congini, Akron Children's Hospital, joins us weekly here on the Ray Horner Morning Show.